So we are live with 0 viewers. Happy days. It'd be good if we could test the quality. Test the quality. Guys, 1 second. I'm just going to see if I can get an external keyboard. Right. So do we have anyone in yet? Excuse me. Right. So if you see the guys that are on Facebook chat, let me know if you can hear me while can you hear me? I know you're saying you can't see video, but can you hear me? It just means that I can, rather than type it, I can talk to you, if that makes sense. We have 3 viewers. Cool, dude. Right, okay. So have you installed the Google Voice app? Zach, I'm talking to. Cool. We had 4 viewers. Whoop, whoop. For those viewers there, we're just waiting for people to come in. That's maybe why there's 2 people. We just lost 2 people. Damn it. Yeah, so if you are watching live, we are waiting for people to come in, and we're going to have a discussion, and we're going to talk about sort of design in the society, and we're going to see what happens, see where it goes. Very sort of casual, very sort of just a couple of guys and girls chatting, hanging out, talking about design. Just lost another viewer. Screenshot me your screen, Chris. Yeah, like it is a bit awkward. A lot of the Google stuff, I'm sort of finding like it's nice and bright and colorful and stuff, but I don't know if they're getting the user experience down properly. Sorry, Google, if you're listening, which you most definitely are. Let's see, I can maybe invite. Share link. Try that one. There's JK.
Hey, going guys. Is it just me on so far then?
Success. I can't hear you though.
You can't hear me? Is that any better? No?
No, I can't hear you yet.
Crap. Let's see. Can you hear me at all?
Hello? Oh, there's your man as well. There's two days. Happy days.
I gotta, guys, I am actually on the move, so I've got to. I'm just making sure that it works.
There's your man as well. There's two days. Happy days.
I gotta.
Unfortunately, I don't know if you can.
I'm just making sure that it works.
Oh, I can hear Zach.
I gotta go.
I can hear Mark. He's going. Cheers for dropping in. JK, I think you're muted.
Hello.
I can hear you, Zach.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Me or Zach? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No.
Can you hear me? I can hear you now.
Can anyone hear me?
What?
Yeah.
What?
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Happy days. Right. Sorry, this is awful.
Sorry.
What a way to start.
That's okay. That's what happens.
What about Chris? We're still waiting on Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Sorry, this is awful.
That's okay.
Why is everything being... Can anyone else hear like it's being repeated?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was going a bit mad there. Why is everything being... Can anyone else hear it being repeated?
So...
Oh god, my brain is not functioning for this today.
Someone's up from now.
Hold on, I'm trying to help Chris here. So, oh god, my brain is not functioning for this today. Someone's up from now. This repeat's coming through my head. I'm trying to help Chris here. Let's see. This repeat's coming through my head. I'm trying to help Chris here.
Lethal. We've got Chris.
Yeah! Right, that's all sorted.
Happy days.
Finally it works. Finally.
Yeah. By the way, Chris, there's going to be a repeat constantly. So, just get ready for it.
Finally.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we're going to kill Zach with it.
Zach, do you have headphones, dude?
Do I have headphones?
Does everyone have headphones?
I'm on headphones.
Do you have headphones, dude?
Let me check. Headphones.
I'm on headphones. I'm on headphones.
Give me 2 seconds.
Hold up. I think I'm looking a bit like Adolf Hitler today. It's freaked me out.
I had a bit of a late night last night, so I'm not 100%.
Sorry, man.
That's very professional, John.
But I will still put my 100%, whatever 100% I have left of this.
Good, good. You on tea or what are you on?
Tea, yeah, definitely tea.
I cracked open a wee Sol.
Oh, look at you. All I have is harp and vodka. I can start. I'm probably starting the vodka later on in the show.
I'm gonna get something.
Wait till it's 3 o'clock for you for vodka.
Yeah.
I'm probably starting the vodka later on.
I'm gonna post
I'm gonna get
what was
something.
it? How did this work out to get in, by the way? Was it
I don't know. It just kind of started working for me.
There you go,
That
guys.
link you gave us, yeah. Good man.
It's 9 a.m. in Ecuador.
Awesome.
I don't know.
That's 9 a.m.
Oh, you know what? As you're doing this, I'm gonna have to.
That's like the alcohol, like 9 a.m. Yeah, it's gonna be
rifle?
I have a choice, guys. Either go full on hipster and go Canadian white wine, or harp.
Always hard, mate. But go your gut.
Choice, guys. It'll sit there for a while, but
Never know.
I'll fit it.
We'll try to get a sponsorship out of Harp in a couple of months.
Yeah.
Has it stopped?
Yeah.
It has. Awesome.
See, Zach, I knew it was you, bro.
I don't like it keeps on changing all the time.
See, you can
Yeah,
click
it's
on
just
people
like
if you want.
whoever's.
Shut up.
Oh yeah.
Just everyone shut up.
Right. Shall we start proceedings?
Yeah, let me share a link to Invisible Building, and then I'm ready to go. Actually, I'll share Chris's one.
Yeah, and that young entrepreneurs as well.
I don't want any of them in. I'm joking, I'll do it.
'Cause you never know, you could have some decent ones in there. They're just hiding.
I'm saying first ever live stream.
It's like a weird place in my kitchen. I've never really sat here. I had to like kind of redo like my chair and everything just to kind of move it and make minimal behind me.
It's a mess behind me at the moment.
I like my oils.
I'm loving the pants, dude.
Cheers.
I have a boring background. But the idea for me was to have this.
Ah, that's awesome.
What is it?
And then the other side of this.
1 second, I'm gonna click on you.
It's pretty cool. But the problem was that I had no time to put up on the wall right. The next time I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go this wee bit here just all done. So this is gonna be my video place. So just this wee square here is just gonna have like all sorts of fucking random stuff.
I think the next time we'll do it, we need to have like cool backgrounds.
Yeah, or even like have the Invisible Buildings logo or something like that. Something to tie us all in.
Yeah.
I was sort of saying, Chris was saying maybe we could do something on his channel as well.
Yeah.
We could like start, we could actually maybe start a new brand or something.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Doing something.
The idea was that we could make a product designer speak.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that in the future. Let's just see how the first one goes.
Yeah.
Well, we're going
Oh, that sounds good though.
We've got 4 people in and we've got audio working without repeating, so
Yeah.
That's a win.
so
That's a win.
It's going good so far.
Yeah.
That's how we live.
Right, so do you want to start, David, or?
Yeah, 1 second there.
You have to start now.
Come on.
In Ecuador, if you say something starts at 9 a.m., it starts 1 hour later.
Oh, really?
Oh, I thought you were going to say 1 hour earlier. So they're in the same kind of time frame as Ireland.
It's weird. It's called like the Ecuador hour.
Ah, okay.
It's like when you have 1 hour I remember it was very strange the first time I came here. Everyone, I said I had a meeting with a person or a client, and they said, Christopher, oh yeah, we'll meet you at 9. And I'd be there at 8:45.
Yeah.
And they would come at like maybe 11 or 12. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
That's insane.
I don't know. Maybe that's an insight into how design in Ecuador can work. Maybe if that is something that actually happens a lot, like you know.
it does
Yeah.
happen a lot.
Anyway, so I will jump in and introduce yourself because it is going to be sort of put on the YouTube channel. So the rest of this here can be cut out before. But
Oh, that's good.
you know, or we can leave it
It's
in.
streaming.
Fully, but I don't know. See what happens.
It's streaming on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
much stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Google is connected to
We've got.
YouTube.
Yeah. I've lost it.
Let's see.
Oh, there we
Is that gone?
go. Yeah,
There's
that's
many
it going on
people
now.
watching. Oh, there's a chat bar and everything. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, there's
Oh, you-
actually
you showed me
sort
what-
of. You can add like a Q&A and stuff like that and a showcase. I don't know what this is, but I'm guessing showcase will be like images or something you could talk about, and then Q&A will be questions, obviously.
Yeah.
But the thing, but the thing is, like, I wouldn't have it that anyone just can join the video. I would have it like
Yeah.
Anyone can watch it.
Here, is it,
anyone can watch it, but
Yeah.
not everyone can just directly just jump into the video and destroy the flow of the conversation.
Yeah.
pretty
Exactly.
weird.
Sorry.
It's controlling it at the minute. Because on my screen, whoever's talking comes up.
Yeah, that's weird as hell.
It's kind of cool though. Like it is weird, but like because you have to get used to it. But like it's actually quite good because you're bringing the focus to that person.
Yeah.
But Jack, if you just down on the right hand side, if you just click on your face, you can just see you.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've been doing anyway. Just whoever's speaking, I'm the one moving because I control it then.
No, because that'll keep on that changing stuff. It drives me mental.
Yeah.
How do you get it back though to the way to like faces moving about?
I have
I'm
no
not sure.
idea.
Oh, you click again.
Ah, yeah, click off the face.
Wow. Okay.
Sweet. Right. Will we rock?
Yeah.
We are rocking.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well, yeah, we're just getting warmed up.
I guess that was a nice.
I don't know what this was. We're just getting warmed up.
Yeah. It's the first one, so.
Cool.
Oh, this
So
would be mind melting if there's more than 4 people.
that is true. Like,
Yeah.
you can have a
Well-
look, man.
For the first one anyway, it probably would be a bit mind melting because everyone would have been like all over the
Yeah.
place. Like,
First
oh,
part.
hello, Patrick.
Yes,
Hello.
lads, how's it going? What's the
Not too
crack?
bad.
Going good, dude. We just sort of got set up and we're talking nonsense, really. We haven't even really.
Done nothing. Absolutely done nothing.
Jesus, Chris Scott's there. Oh, fuck. How's it going, Chris?
Yeah.
Doing good, Patrick. And you?
Yeah. Good, I'm here with my Dairy Lee triangle and my cup of tea. Happy day.
Go away. Go away.
I'm on the cup of tea myself.
Yeah, I'm in the cup of tea
Saturday.
myself. Ecuador beer. It's called Pilsner. At 9 a.m. in the morning.
Good man.
That's
You
the
never
thing,
got
that's
our bow never left you then, though.
I still had kind of the accent.
Yeah.
But not much. I've lost it.
Have you been on for long?
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked absolutely shite. Nothing. With nothing. For
It took us
15
about 5 minutes to actually get into it.
Yeah, it took me like 20 minutes to figure out how to open up the app.
Hello. I was worrying I wasn't even going to be able to do this. Say my iMacs died on me.
Oh, serious?
I formatted my Mac last night and
I've
it's just not turning on now.
Oh, no.
I've realized over the past couple
But,
of years that Apple products are not as good as what people think they are.
They're not as good as I think they are?
No.
Yeah, I agree. I think Apple's going downhill.
See, I bought a
Do you
MacBook
have
in
earphones?
2011, and then my just screen just went black, and all these lines, and it doesn't work anymore.
This is just all a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of. I think maybe we need to get some flow going. Like I don't know.
I don't know. I've got about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm going to see Peter Pan at the
Oh,
cinema.
fantastic!
So
Fantastic.
priorities must. But if have you a list of questions or anything, David? Did you want to kick something off?
Well, I just sort of want to start by kicking off talking about design in society and just sort of what that means to everyone. Like sort of thing that brought me on thinking about it is just design. Like if you think about 10 years ago, design in say Ireland. Like you wouldn't have maybe had advertising around in shops and stuff like that that you do now, and just how branding is such taking over everything. So like I think design's moving sort of up the ways and sort of everywhere. Everyone's getting to understand. Like more and more people are learning more and more about design, and therefore design is about the place in advertising, as I'm saying. But like I just think there's still a lot to go, and there's still a lot of there's still a lot of things to happen.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know. I just want to get everyone. That makes sense what I'm saying, or
No, yeah, I understand. Like even say in Northern Ireland at the minute, the design's not taking on what it's meant to be. If you go over to mainland, they understand, or even in America, they know that every company has to have like a designer in the team. It helps. It's not even just for nice looking feel of it. It's more of a problem solving of how design is, and it's just not. It's not making its way over here yet.
yeah, no, like I don't know, like it's see, and like in Ecuador, how much of like in terms of branding, like how big a scale would you have? Would you have like advertisements like on billboards in Ecuador? Chris,
Of course, it's
I know it sounds mad to ask, but like
no. Of course, like, but I think that design in Ecuador and Ireland is kind of like in the same vacuum.
Really?
I think that whenever I came here in 2012, it was I felt like the situation of design is kind of the same as what we have in Ireland. It's not considered something that's vital or something that's important. And that's a very important point, I think, is that in other cities like New York and London and Berlin, etc., those big cities, they understand the importance of design. And like what Zach said is 100% right, is that in some companies they actually have one designer or like a design team in-house to work on the projects or whatever they're doing, or branding, etc.
Yeah.
And for me, design and society comes together. And the problem with Ecuador and the problem with Ireland, for me too, is that we don't appreciate design the way that we should. And I think it's a problem with the common people, the non-designers, and also it's the responsibility of the designers also to show to the people why design is important for society.
I think that what you're going through there is pretty much right. Like over here, I don't think designers do enough to showcase work or showcase. Like I would go as far as say they don't, there's no confidence in them. If you go and talk to America or like a designer in London, they'll big themselves up, no problem. They don't have a problem with that. But I think it's maybe it's our society or something that we wouldn't go up to anyone and go, this is ours, we made it, it's excellent. We would be shy about it.
See, that's the thing. It's that in countries like Ecuador and Ireland, they see design as an extra.
Yeah.
Like an add-on, it's like a plus. But in like the big cities that we have in the world, they understand that design is necessary, and that's the difference in the two mentalities. Is that here we see it as a plus, but in the biggest cities that have the big evolution of the companies, the branding, and all those things, they understand it as necessity, and that's the difference between the two.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the things both of you were mentioning there, the thing I was sort of picked up on was having in-house design. And I think like a lot of the issue is in Northern Ireland anyway. I don't really know what it's like down south or in the UK wide, but in Northern Ireland, a lot of the design is done either by freelancers on their own or in design agencies. So like, there's never really been that sort of like businesses don't really understand that they can get design. They don't really know that they can hire a designer to do that type of thing unless it's done through a design agency, because that's the way that they've done it.
No, like that's perfectly is correct. Like I'm working with some companies at the minute, and they're worldwide, and we've started up the brand and everything for them, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we're going to give them to our in-house." And I was like, "All right, okay, well." But that's just the way in America that they do it. They get someone to start it off, and then once they understand the whole brand and the background of the brand and how it's meant to be set up, they'll get their in-house crew to just do it all for them. It's cheaper cost, and they know that it's still going to go through the brand. So,
in terms of in-house, like for me, there's advantages and there's disadvantages to that. In terms of like, if you have an in-house design team, obviously they know the business well, and they understand the process and the message and everything very clear. But then you have it in-house, and you get someone outside of your company to do it, then maybe you're going to make something that can be more fresh and more unique for that company. So there's advantages and there's disadvantages for both.
No, I think like from the cheap point of view, having someone in-house would be perfect, and that's how they keep in line with making sure everything's continuously going round and round perfect. But if you go to like head back to another design agency, they're going to take the brand and they'll make something nice of it, and it's going to suit exactly where. For instance, if it was a company in Dublin, then they would know what's going to sell in Dublin, as opposed to the brand that's going to be set up for Ecuador. For instance, there'd be two different societies that it's going to have to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know. I think Zach mentioned something earlier on. Hey, Tracy.
Hi.
Yeah, Tracy, good to have you in.
Hello. Hi, Tracy.
I think what Zach mentioned earlier on about not showcasing your work well. We do it well online and in portfolios and that type of thing. The work looks good.
Yeah.
But we had Wes Sewell down at Allingham there a couple of weeks ago, and this guy was just look at me, look how bloody brilliant I am, you know. And he wasn't ashamed of it, and the crowd were kind of taken back, going, "Jeez, this guy," because you could hear people whisper afterwards, "He's a bit big-headed, isn't he?" And then the other people were saying, "Fair play to him," because he showed exactly what, and the stuff he did was out of this world, you know. And why not be proud of that? But I think Zach's right. There's we need to shout it out a bit more.
Yeah.
But there's a problem with Northern Ireland is fairly far behind as far as shouting about anything, you know what I mean? So anything that's actually positive, for somebody to go out and go, "Whoa, look how brilliant we are," that's a big step. You know, it'll take the likes of you guys that are out there now to just start that conversation. I think it's a good idea, by the way. This is good initiative. Whatever, monthly or whatever. What did you envisage for this? Where did you see this going?
I don't know. To be honest, I've always wanted to start some sort of podcast, but I don't really know what to talk about. And I just thought that we have this group of guys. Well, I've always thought we've had design sort of school and stuff like that. We've always had this group of awesome people that should just communicate more, and doing sort of like a YouTube hangout type thing would be good. And just maybe we could have these discussions, and then I don't know, we can maybe act on stuff that we talk about. I don't know, But I just think there's a lot of, I don't know. I think there's loads of different things that reasons why I'm doing it. Like I think video is starting to take off again, and people are maybe stopping. They're going to stop using tech stuff. They're going to start using video and all. And I don't know. I just think it's the time's right to start chatting. You know what I mean?
We're only what, a few months away from our headsets in every Argus catalog around. So it's only a matter of time before all you guys are populating that space as well. What do you think of that?
What was that again?
Virtual reality. It's not long before there's going to be so many headsets available in Argus catalogs that everyone's going to have one, and that's a whole new space coming off 2D or animation or multidisciplinary designers have been feeding that content.
I can actually do it at the minute, which is pretty cool. You click on whatever seat, say for instance, you go into the room, and your phone takes. It's just like if you were taking a photo, but then it places the seat where the 3D in the phone already sets it all out for you, so you can imagine what it would look like. It's just pretty cool. Still won't buy anything but it's still cool.
Yeah, no, like have you seen obviously Google Cardboard's a big one, but then there's someone else who's brought off it's not a rip off Google Cardboard, but their own version of Google Cardboard, which is going to be spent out for like a $5 or something. Mm-hmm. And then even the likes of on YouTube, I don't know if you've all seen them, but YouTube 360 videos where you can just sort of pan through on your phone. And
awesome. I noticed that the other day.
Stuff like that is just like it's just gonna and it's gonna be here. There's a new wave of tech coming. I think we've been in a sort of, I don't know, area where people are maybe scared of technology and don't want to move into it. But I think we need the right people to start using technology and actually leading by example and saying, oh, you can do this type of thing, or you can do a hangout, or you can. My big thing, tech and design, is I think businesses are really not using websites properly, and the only sort of websites there, or the only thing that people know they want from a website is a brochure website. So what would be a flyer? Just making a website of it. But a restaurant could have, the thing business owners need to remember is every single person that's coming into their shop has a smartphone in their pocket, or a really advanced computer in their pocket. So why when you're going into a shop, why is there not some slick designed app that's telling you more about the shop owner, or whenever you're going over to it was Anthony or one of the design lecturers mentioned in that video project that about Apple's beacon. Mm-hmm. I don't really know much about it, but I think that's about sort of if you're a certain distance away from stuff, kind of pick up or it can show something on the screen if you're a certain distance away from something. I think it's something like that there. Obviously a lot more advanced, but
yeah, I think it's to do with GPS tracking or to do with relating to your phone. I'm not sure. Get Anto onto this someday as well. Getting that going. Here, I've got to go to Peter Pan matinee, so but here, great initiative, and I'm looking forward to the next one already.
Yeah, we'll be more organised for the next one, Park, but it's
good idea. Here,
make sure you're wearing your tights.
Yeah, just to follow on what Patrick was saying, congratulations, David, for the great project. For me, video is the future, and that's why I started that Designers Speak thing. And then maybe there's a connection to this, to Designers Speak. But yeah, so congratulations, it's an awesome idea, and hopefully it's the first of many. And I hope that I'm involved as much as I can in what they're doing.
Well, definitely, dude. Although it's totally inspired by Designer Speak and the stuff you've been doing as well. So there's no need to congratulate me, but thanks for that. It's cool for you to say something like that. But yeah, no, I am really intrigued with South America and how they use design, and you're sort of saying it's very similar. I know you said in your own podcast that you are very similar to Ireland. But I didn't really expect. I would have thought and this is really wrong of me to say, but I would have thought South America would have been in a completely different sort of, I don't know, era of design or something, or...
No, a country like Argentina or Brazil, or Mexico even, like their design is spectacular. Like a country like Argentina is just like on the same level as somewhere like New York or London. It's like Buenos Aires, like the city is amazing. Like, so some countries in South America that are like high level in design, but then you have countries like Ecuador and stuff like that. That for me it feels like the same level of Ireland in terms of design. I think that the reason why, and I think Patrick said a good point, is that we don't have confidence in what design can do in Ireland, in Ecuador also. So I think that, and what Patrick was saying was 100% correct, is that in other countries, in London and New York, like designers like a huge confidence and they have like a huge ego, and not huge ego, but some huge ego. But they understand that they are important citizens for the world. I think that designers in Ireland and Ecuador, they don't think that they're maybe important. And I think that a designer is just as important as a doctor. Not maybe as the same level, because you can't save someone's life by using Helvetica.
Well,
you're talking about graphic design, but whenever it comes to product design and stuff, they nearly are more important than the doctor, because some of the things that are coming out now, you know, like medically and stuff like that, have to be designed in the first place. So. You know, when it comes to product design and things like that there, and like, you know, all that 3D printing and stuff now. I have a friend who's overseas, and he's like they're like 3D printing prosthetic limbs and stuff like that there. So, you know, like, I know graphic design is on a different level, but when it comes to design in general, it is nearly as or more important than doctors and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Even with there's an app there that's I've seen floating about. It's on Kickstarter. Thanks, David. I've been really getting on Kickstarter because of you. But it's basically like it's to do with your whole safety and all, like going home. It links in Google Maps, Facebook, Twitter. It links them all in, and basically it pinpoints you. So you've like, say for example, you were going from a friend's house and you weren't 100% on the area. You both have the app, and it basically pings you every 5 seconds if you're on data. And it basically says, right, this is your destination. Once you get to your destination, it sends a text or a message in Facebook, like just like an automatic text or message or whatever kind of notification to say like, you're home. So like, even though like that, like that's a big thing for people in the cities. Like say for example, you go to visit a city or you go to visit a friend. Like I was in Toronto there. I wasn't 100% in where I was going. I get sent to my brother and go, right, I'm going to here. If you don't hear from me, like call the police or whatever. But it's basically, but it keeps in contact with your phone. So like, if you're not using data, it'll use the GPRS, and if you can't get GPRS, it'll find some way of connecting to your phone. So like, you're always going to be found, even if you can't see where you're going, it'll always be found. So like as you were saying, Tracy, it is just getting as important.
Totally.
Yeah, I agree with Tracy saying. It's 100% correct, because in all of the careers that we have, it's probably design is one that's the most important, but it's also the one that people don't appreciate. In terms of like, they don't understand, like say you're designing a new medical facility, that needs to be designed.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, people don't understand that. They don't understand that there's a start process of everything. It's like an investigation, and then they design the product. They don't understand that Apple is, for me, not a technology company. Apple is a design company, and they design solutions.
I think what Chris is like sort of all, like not all, like the majority of companies anyway will soon realize that they are not maybe think they are a design company, but if they start using design properly and start thinking with design first, like they'll obviously like they'll sell more things and they'll make better products because design is all about thinking stuff and working stuff out. So if you think about that and you do your work and you like, actually have a design process for your business, like you will sell more and you'll have a better end product. Like, so I think what you're saying is correct. Like, and I think the thing about confidence and showcasing your work, I think is important. Like, but I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think someone jump in and save me.
It's about it's like building a community in countries where design is strong. So there's more communities like design communities and groups like this. You know, I think it's kind of cool how this Ecuador is going to be able to hook his students up on something like this. Say, like for example, from the line, if the schools get bigger, we could be doing this like every week. I mean, I actually work with a company at the moment, and we every week there's webinars with people from all over the world. Like I've just actually somebody's just joined my time and go on and get training every week. And if there's something like this for designers that they can put on. You know, on the news trends in different countries, something out there, even for some of the emerging designers, something that maybe we wouldn't have had. Starting now.
I'm losing a bit there, Tracy.
What was that?
I lost your audio there for a second.
Yeah.
No, I think something important for the upcoming designers, like Chris in a college as well, where I think it's really cool for my students, emerging designers too. You know, for us who are working in the industry or whatever, and help. You know, even for each other, different areas of design, you kind of hear what the other kind of as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree with you.
That's cool. No, it's very important to teach, and that's one of the things that our responsibility is not only to design a product in 3D or a product in do an illustration, but also we have the responsibility to teach to the public and in general why design is important.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that's part of our responsibility as designers. Because obviously we know that design is one of the most important things. But why isn't it? And I think the reason why is because we don't take control of the situation and show people why design is essential for humans and for the world to evolve.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think like I don't know, that sort of plays in part with us not showing how good design is, plays in part with how we're sort of saying people don't have the confidence to talk about design, or maybe they don't have the confidence to talk about their work, I suppose. So it's up to us to actually start changing that mindset. And
I think people's preconceptions, if you tell somebody, oh, I'm a designer or whatever, they're like, oh, that's such a really nice job. They think, oh, pretty.
Yeah.
It's not just about what you see. You know, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
Of course.
So,
They just don't get that at all. And
No.
educating people on what design is, like what you guys are saying.
It's kind of like what you and Podrigan were saying, Chris, where the likes of over in Ecuador and here, like we're very much like our countries are very much like, oh yeah, like design, it's a plus, it's not a necessity. Whereas you're saying the likes of London, like Toronto again, Toronto's fantastic. It's branded itself so well. New York, all the big cities, their like, design is a necessity. But I think it's a lot to do not just with the designers and the people in it. It's to do with the society and the people around you. So like and also like the way you act in the society. So like over here, we'd be very much laid back, and we wouldn't, as Patrick was saying earlier, we wouldn't be very much in the mainstream of I'm a designer, my stuff's great, like I'm better than this guy. Kind of like throwing yourself out there. We're very much like, oh yeah, well like my stuff's good, your stuff's great, and like kind of you're passing the buck all the time, even in like you kind of like, oh well, his stuff's better than mine, in your own head, and it kind of puts yourself already on the back foot, and then in the end up actually putting the whole of design in the back foot because everyone's constantly acting like that. So we kind of need to change our outlook.
That's a good point, John, and I think it's 100% correct. Is that it's part of the culture of Ireland, and actually Ecuador also, is that we are we are like introverts.
Yeah.
But if you go to someone like in London or New York, and they can express what they want, and they have like a confidence in their ability, and they say, look, I'm a designer and I'm fucking awesome. Sorry for swearing.
But even you would have like for instance, we at the minute the company I'm working with, we're working on the digital side of a new product, and we've got a London firm doing the brand side of it. We'd never met the London firm before, and we went down for the interview with them, and they're big themselves up. Their website's phenomenal. They look the part and everything. When we went into the interview with them, like even the meeting with the client, I had one guy who was falling asleep, the other one who was texting, and the head designer who was just like trying to talk her way through this, and I was like, you have no idea what you're doing at all. And it was that mentality that we're London, you can't do the work that we're doing. And then we saw the work that they actually came through with, and I was like, that took you 3 months to do. Like I could have done that in 2 seconds. And then are we allowed to swear on this?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? You could, if you believe in yourself, then that you could be an average designer. You could be like a normal, just like average designer that just is in a country or a city. But if you believe in yourself, that puts extra points. You could be like a designer 6 out of 10. But if you have confidence in your ability, that can put you up to maybe 8 out of 10.
Yeah, but
just because you believe in what you do.
It was more the fact that the client was lapping this up as if like, right, they know what they're doing. But we knew fine rightly that from the experience of doing what we do, they had no idea what the guys who were designing for them were just like. But as long as they had the confidence,
The client is everything, and in design is the client is one of the most important aspects, and clients respond to confidence and assurance and strength and conviction.
Yeah.
If you one of the things that we have here in Ireland and Ecuador also is that we're like, here's your logo. You like it? But in London it's like, here's your logo. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry for swearing like a second time.
No offense to the company or anything, but they produced a dot that said dot in it, and it was written in Helvetica. That was it. And this is what they were just blowing out to go, this is awesome. And you're like,
I like that. I like
it. It was just like.
I know where you're coming from. It's a good idea, but you were saying like it took them 3 months to do that.
Yeah.
Like, that would take anyone in any of the design classes here. Like, you would kind of that would probably would one of your first ideas. You went, no, like that's my first idea. No, I can think of better.
Yeah.
Like within a week.
But it was
Zach, did they just present the logo, or did they present the whole branding part and stuff like that?
They presented the logo, and then they talked through the actual brand of it, which then even got more ridiculed because like they were saying that this little dot can only be shown on black and white photos. That was it. And they were like, well, why? And they were like, oh,
I like this project. I like this project. I
But
design company side experience. I actually designed a company and they were rebranding and they were given like local design company they were given like
Their audio is anyone else? Am I?
yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
can you hear me?
There we
here
go.
now.
So I was just saying I used to work for a signage company down here who were getting rebranded.
Okay.
Design companies their brand for them, presented it to them, whatever else. Here's your whole brand. This is why it's suitable for you. Blah, blah, blah. The company then decided not to rebrand. Okay. Then a few months I another signage company that was rebranded, and what they had done was the design company had done the brand and just give them the brand that they were given the previous signage company that didn't use it.
Okay.
Look, design like that company all they've done. It's not a good look to it. It wasn't to that company's needs and it wasn't personal, you know what I mean? Right, this is that other company just give it to these guys.
Yeah. No, but that's what it like. I think that that happens over here an awful lot. If someone doesn't want something, we'll be like, oh yeah, no, these guys will take it. It's designed nice, and you're just like, well, it doesn't necessarily have the same input because you could go through some signage company has probably heritage and all that kind of carrying on behind it. You've designed something up really nice, and then you're just going to go, well, fuck it, we'll just give it to these guys here. It looks nice, they'll lap it up.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that.
Just say something. Can I get on to the next one? Good idea.
I didn't get any of
hear
that.
I was just saying I had to go now.
All right. Okay.
Definitely for Paul and because it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, all the best, Tracy.
It's good to have you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Tracy.
Down to 4.
Down to 4.
Down to 4. One by one, we just drop off.
I need to head some off.
No, that's cool. That was good.
The Musketeers.
I think, I don't know, maybe we could try to do some sort of what we talked about or something. I don't know. I'll upload it all anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe we do something. But I think there was a lot of sort of similar points talked about. A lot about the confidence and the showcase and work and sort of how design is understood.
Chris, can I ask you a question just relating to like design and drawing in South America? Did you see any difference when you were coming over here to the? I was in a seminar just before summer there, and this girl was designing in Brazil, and all of the work that she was doing was really, really nice and beautiful, like really colorful, and it's something that would never work over here. But did you find when you were going down to like Ecuador, that you could use more colors and you could be more playful, or is it still very held back, or do they like I imagine it's nice food and everything down there? Does it replicate through the design?
Yes, that's a good question, Zach. I think that design in South America and Europe is completely different. It's like, I think that in South America they try to put like a personality, like what Tracy was saying, like a personality into the designer, into the project. And there's like lots of colors, lots of typography, lots of feeling into what they do. Like in Ecuador and Latin America is a country that's full of passion, if I would say that one word that meant that. But then but the thing is that for me, design, it shouldn't have passion in it. I mean, in terms of the feeling of the project. I don't want to look at an iMac and go, oh, this feels like passion to me, or this feels like color or typography. I think the relationship between South America and Europe is completely different in the area of design and the possibilities what you can do. And I think maybe 10, 15 years before there was a big difference. I mean, the Latin American designers were crazy and like using fonts like crazy and colors and all this typography. But in Europe, you're like you use like a Helvetica on black, but the yellow background. That's it done.
Yeah.
In relation to a logo or branding, but like in here we have it more expressive. But then I think it's becoming more together. I think it's like I think that Latin America are realizing in terms of the world of design is that you need to have projects without that feeling or without that expression and without that personality.
Do you think that sells it? Is that like would if for instance if you took a design from Europe, it was packaged perfect, and then sold it in Latin America, would it sell?
Oh yeah, of course. Because here they believe that Europe is better quality.
Okay.
So that would be the reason behind that. But in relation to the brand and stuff like that, yeah, they would get a connection to it. But I think everything's becoming more equal throughout the world. Everyone's understanding that in terms of design, the best designs are the ones that don't have any like feeling towards it. Like when you look at any logo like Coca-Cola or anything like that, when you look at it, you don't really necessarily feel anything. That's actually part of the branding part where they have the slogan of happiness and sharing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But actually, in terms of design, forms the typography and the colors. For me, the best design is when there's more personality to it.
It's more like branding than rather the design. The design is more just a face towards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. That's more responsibility of the branding. And a lot of the Latin American companies are actually copying Europe and North America because they look at them as inspiration. So here in Latin America, we're becoming more European and more North American, and maybe some people would argue that we're losing the identity of being South American. But then one of the best countries and cities that we have here in Latin America for design is Buenos Aires in Argentina. And the style of that city is exactly the quality of the style of the work that you see in London.
Yeah.
So I think that people in Quito and Guayaquil are starting to understand that to be a success, we need to be following, not necessarily following, but or copying, but we need to be inspired by these big cities of design that we have around the world.
Yeah, I sort of agree with you, Chris, and I sort of don't agree with you.
Like, I think controversial.
I think in terms like I used to think with Helvetica is everything like Futura is my favorite font, but the reason why Futura I choose Futura over Helvetica is because Futura has that bit more personality than Helvetica does, and I think like I don't know, I think personality is important, and I think like if South America was to just be like Helvetica and everything was red and Swiss looking, I think it would be shit looking. I think it wouldn't be something that I would enjoy. I wouldn't want to go to South America anymore if I thought everything looked like Switzerland. Do you know what I mean?
No, but like Swiss design is unbelievable.
Yeah, it is, but it's unbelievable because the Swiss made it and the Germans make it, and like they are a different type of people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like
Sort of like that's their brand of it, all the
Celtic design and stuff like that. I think Celtic design is lovely, and I
hate it. Celtic design is cheesy as hell. It's cheesy as hell. I look at the font that we have for the Celtic, it goes like this and then that. I just look at that and go, there's nothing in that that says Irish to me.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think Celtic design has never been done by designers. I think it's been done by artists. Like if you look at Jim Fitzpatrick, Conan's father, is like his artwork, the Celtic stuff is amazing. But like I haven't seen, like he hasn't designed. I think, or not that I know of. I've seen him design like Celtic sort of.
Do you know what's weird about? Do you know what's weird about Jim? And we should get Conan on and maybe get Jim on himself to talk about it.
Yeah,
But I've always
that would be immense.
I don't understand why, and I'd love to ask this Jim in person or Conan. Like he did the iconic Che Guevara poster, right?
Yeah.
But why did he not continue making work like that? It's like completely changed. Like he made that awesome poster, but then why did he not continue making awesome political posters like that? And he sort of like shifted and changed to like become more of an artist, and I can 100% appreciate that. But I've always asked myself, when I see the Che Guevara poster, Jim Fitzpatrick, and then I see the other collection of his work,
it's so different.
It's as if he didn't do it.
Yeah.
It's as if he didn't design it. Do you know what I mean? And I don't understand why he didn't go and make like, or didn't continue in that vein of making, okay, he made this awesome Che Guevara poster that's iconic and everyone loves it. But why did he not make other, I'm not talking about the same style, but I'm talking about the same message.
Yeah.
Why did he not make a poster about some other political person and made it in a different style or something like that? Because the Che Guevara is a poster.
But then again, it wouldn't become iconic then.
That's true. I think around that time though, he did have he was working with Thin Lizzy, because you know he done the album work for Thin Lizzy. Yeah. I think around that same time he was doing that, so that may have shifted. Again, it's only an idea why.
Look, arguably, I would just say, JK is like the Thin Lizzy stuff could be as iconic as what Che Guevara.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I don't know.
No, not a chance. Don't that. I'm deleting this conversation right now. I'm going away.
But it is though. It is. But it is
the best rock band they ever come out of Ireland. Like.
Yeah. No, and the fact that Brandon is done from Ireland.
They're watching a bar. You too.
You two are salads. But like honestly though, like going back to the whole Thin Lizzy thing, like what I love about it is the fact that, as you said, David, sorry, Shaw. It sounds weird calling you David.
No, it's David. I'm gonna call David.
But they probably were one of the most iconic bands, and then I only found out, like, obviously whenever I went to university, that one of the most iconic artists done their album cover. It was amazing. It kind of blew my mind, like, whenever it happened. But like their album covers, like a lot of their album covers are amazing. Like, is it Jimmy the Fox or something like that? It's like a Celtic design around the outside of it, and then just has a fox. So it's so simple. Mm-hmm. But he said he was talking to Phil over the phone, and he was just like, Phil was playing a few songs, or just like samples of songs, and he just kind of created this thing in like last minute. Like stuff like that is insane.
Yeah, no.
The thing is that don't get me wrong, I love the what do you call it? The Thin Lizzy is unbelievable. I love that.
You get them.
No way, Chris. No way.
And I love all the other work that he's doing now. I love that artistic style that he's doing.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But I don't understand.
The jump between. Yeah.
And I thought that, like, whenever I designed that poster, Dead Leaf, and I'm never going to compare Dead Leaf to Che Guevara poster, never. But I always, like, whenever I did Dead Leaf, all I wanted to do the next time was to make another poster that was social or political.
Maybe in I don't know. Tim would have to give you his own answer. I don't know, but maybe it would be.
We need to get Jim on.
He's made this iconic poster, so. Why would he want to do more stuff? You know, he's hit the.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
But that's the thing, right? I've designed Dead Leaf, and from there it's all downhill. So maybe that's the reason why.
I think you should move to web, Chris.
Yeah.
The website you designed last. What's the event called?
I got a poster now. There's a plug. Thanks for that, David. Thanks for that.
Just give me Walsh's number. I'll be sweet.
I really like that website design, man. Seriously.
Thanks very much.
Do more.
Your original website Chris, for your like whenever it was just like kind of like your like I suppose resume website?
CS
It was
graphics.
yes, it was different to when it
It
started.
was
Like
cool.
it was cool because everything you had everything laid out just straightforward page, just your standard page, and then everything went across rather than down. That
See,
was
the problem with that was, John, was that it looked good for a portfolio aspect,
yeah,
but the problem was that I realized very soon that the reason why websites are so important is that they're always updated with news and information.
yeah,
See,
So, like,
that's why, like, sorry to butt in, but
go
the
on.
website that I have at the minute, I don't update. There's no point. The only thing I update would be it links off to where I take photographs, where my dribble, and then my Behance. That's all I need. It's if someone wants to go on and look at the rest of my work, that's fine. But as for anything else, it's simple name, what I do, where I do it.
But that's the thing, though. Whenever I was doing the CSGraphic.com, I had this the standard website, and I realized in the numbers and the statistics that people are coming once and then they never come back again.
Yeah.
But with now with this new website I have, christophercenter.com plug, that people come once and then come back again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
And that's
to be
something that's
honest,
really
I actually haven't been yet.
What?
Another one.
I wanted to get throw that out there.
Oh no, Chris, where's he going?
Yeah, that sounds like a deal. That was
Don't upset him.
No, well, hold on. I'll wait to get his headphones back. I do intend on going to it. I do intend on going to it.
No, don't. I'm gonna ban you somehow.
No, I wanted to actually say that. I hadn't actually been to it. So you can check that statistic off. You can take that statistic off that people come and then I just haven't went.
people in Ireland don't go to my website at all.
Yeah, I wonder. Well, maybe your work.
What was that you said with them, Lizzie?
Lizzie's awesome. No, I already know what's on the Lizzie. But yeah, so you want to get back to the topic?
Yeah.
I'm going off the head here.
Before I had any more jobs.
Good job, yeah. So it was good, like good first batch of things, complete chaos and stuff like that. But
yeah.
Yeah, I think next time give me notes.
yeah, and maybe even if I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe the four of us who lasted here, do you want to start something? You know, talking about it more and try and organize stuff more. I don't know. What do you?
Yeah.
Or I
Okay,
could do it if you want, but if you want the four of you to be like ringleaders, so to speak, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Like I'd be up for it.
I need to go.
No problem at all. I think the best way to the future for this is you want to Zach?
Yeah.
Okay, talk to you soon, Zach.
Enjoy yourselves.
Enjoy
Oh,
your.
that's Zach.
I'm the number 3.
Yeah, number 3. I think that before we go back to the topic, I think that the future for this, the best way to go forward is that one, we need to start promoting it a lot more.
Yeah.
And like make graphics and say like this week we're gonna have John Kelly, Zach, Christopher Scott, and Patrick Lynch, etc., etc. And do like a big promotion about it, make graphics.
Yeah.
And all those things, and say in the graphics who's going to be in the podcast,
Yeah.
and also what the topic is going to be about. So you make
Yeah.
like a square, and they put photographs of each person and the topic that we're going to talk about, and the date and the time, and also put the different time zones.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Because the thing is that I added someone from Iran, so I think someone from Iran is watching this, and that's from time zone that maybe it's not 2 p.m. for example. So yeah, and I think that the second thing I need to do is like make like a not like a schedule, but like a kind of like direction of where we want to talk about
Yeah.
in one topic we talk about 4 items,
Yeah.
for example, and it's 1 hour each time. So 20 or 15 minutes for each item, and everyone gives their opinion and their thoughts. So it's not strictly like really strict on what we're doing, but it's more like conversation. But it's like a guided conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it means if you do get it off like the tangents we've had today, you can always kind of jump back to it.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I think the sort of the casual conversation bit is good, but I think you're 100% right. Like, if we have like a couple of different topics that we could even throw up, and then you could even link videos to or something, like images and that sort of thing, just to sort of give a sort of brief on what we're going to talk about almost.
Yeah.
That would work.
That would be fantastic, yeah.
Like, we've been battering on here for a good hour, so like, you know,
yeah, so have.
Quickly you can drink 2 beers and chat.
Yeah, and I've had a cup of tea and
I need more beers. I've only had 1.
yeah, I've had a cup of tea and half a harp. I cracked out the harp pretty early on.
Yeah, my Pilsner went like 10 minutes and like 15 minutes. Yeah. I mean, do you want to go back to the topic for a bit to see?
Yeah.
Just to get rounded off.
Am I going? Okay, yeah, so like, I suppose the main thing I was talking about the topic is just...
Manchester United won.
They won?
Happy days. 2-1?
2-1.
Yeah.
Who scored?
Sorry, David, sorry.
It's alright, no, I'm interested. We're interested.
Depay scored, and there was the new guy, well, he's one of the youth guys. I think he's a defender. I'll just check now. Troy someone.
Jackson, your man.
No,
yeah, Rashford or something. Because Deeney scored a penalty in 87, and then Deeney scored a goal.
Yeah, that's what it was. Sorry, Troy Deeney scored on goal. But they've had a few. Andres Pereira come on, Patrick McNair, and Marcus Rojo all came on. So
so Rooney,
it's looking good.
Rooney and Marshall, all right, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had Jesse Lingard and Depay starting in the forwards.
I'm glad Depay scored. Because
Depay's goal was fantastic.
Yeah,
it was actually
I like Depay a lot.
So do I, but I think he is young at the moment, and he is going to be at that stage where he is going to throw a few huffs. So I think the fact that
remember when Ronaldo came to Paris start?
Yeah.
He was the same.
Yeah, exactly. Sure, he's 21. Yeah, we're getting way too off.
People are like, what the hell are you talking about Man United for?
Supposed to sort of keep on topic, but to switch it, but to sort of get Chris talking again. What is like, how is technology used with design in Ecuador? Like, is there anything like wearables and stuff like that about, or do people have smartphones? I know that's really bad thing to say again. But like, is that what sort of level of technology is it? Like, you know,
in the big cities like Quito and Guayaquil, like they're exactly the same like a city like Belfast.
Yeah. Well, I suppose like the more I think about it, people around the world probably think, oh, in Ireland, do they even have smartphones in Ireland?
Yeah.
So like.
No. For example, the Quito where I'm living now is just like exactly the same as Belfast, as everything. But only maybe a bit more hotter.
I remember you were telling me that before.
What's the price of a pint?
What depends.
You don't want to know. It's
it depends. Like if you go to the Forge, which is one of the most expensive places in Quito, you're going to spend like maybe like £2 to £3 pounds, which is like $5.
Right.
But then you go to like a normal shop. Like how do you say? What do we call them in Ireland again?
An off license.
Off license. What the, my English is horrible. When you go to an off license, you get like a beer for like 50p, 60p.
Oh wow.
Like this year, like Sprite, and it's like this wee bottle is like 250 milliliters, and it's like 15p.
Jeez. That's
so,
crazy.
sort of what I'm noticing anyway, what I think is going to happen is the likes of local sort of community building merging with technology, merging with design.
Mhm.
The only example I can sort of think of is likes of craft beer. If you think of like Brewbot on
Brewbot.
River Road, what they've done is, you know about Brewbot, Chris? Brewbot
Don't
was
know anything about it.
they started off as an app company, and then now they kickstarted a project, and they got like 100 grand, and then they got like millions of pounds of funding to like make a robot that brews beer.
That's
But
weird as hell.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what direction they're going in now because they decided they've opened up a bar on the River Road, which will sell all this craft beer. But I guess the big picture, like I don't know for sure, but I think the big picture is that you'll be able to like look at your phone, scroll through all this list of local beer, and then click drink or something, and then it will pour a local beer like made inside that box. So I
I know
think
one thing that I've heard them talking about before. It may not be them, but I think it might be. I think there's actually another company that might be opening up in Belfast, or it might be them just running it in their place. But what they're doing is using that app, but you're creating your own beer. So like Joe Public can come in, like you pay like whatever the cover fee is for the door. You have the app downloaded and you say, right, I want it to be more hoppy, or I want it to have like a fruitier taste, things like that.
Yeah.
And you put this into the app, and then it'll create your beer, and then like whatever amount of days, months, whatever it takes, you'll have your own beer. So like it's kind of going along that line of craft beers you were saying, but it's getting more personal.
See, I think what you're on there is quite important because I think like personalizing design is quite important. Like if you think of like
Yeah.
Coca-Cola had that huge campaign where they were putting your name on a bottle, and like apparently they sold so much more Coke just because they had names on
Yeah.
bottles. And like I remember, go for it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? If the branding obviously should be personalized,
Yeah.
but the actual design of the actual logo itself should not be personal.
Like I almost got to the stage, Chris, where I think the logo don't really say on live stream, but the logo is nearly dead. Like because
Coca-Cola.
you know, but just in general, like I think the logo. Like I think
You're probably right.
you know because does the logo really matter? Like if like Apple is the most iconic logo, but the technology that you use it for, you know, it's the how you use it and stuff. But
Exactly. It's
Go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead,
I can kind of see where you're coming from, but I agree to a certain extent, but I do disagree as well, because you do, like the likes of the bigger companies, yes, like as you were saying, Apple's a perfect example of that, but they've built their name up for so long, they've built their logo up, and you turn around and the likes of the iPhone, you could have like if you glanced around a bar, 30 seconds, you could spot an iPhone, but it's because of years and years of them building this exact same shape.
The history,
Yeah.
the history of the brand.
The history of the brand, yeah. So I can't see where you're coming from with the bigger brands, but the likes of the smaller ones, I think they still need that logo, because you always still have someone turn around and going, oh, what's that? Like, or what are you, like, where did you get that from? And as soon as, say for example, you had a sandwich and you turn around, oh, you get Centra, I got it from Centra. Automatically in your head, you're thinking of Centra's logo and the shop and the color scheme, things like that. Like it is very much. I do see where you're coming from with the whole like logo is quite dead.
I think so if you look at Google at the moment, I would argue that Google's logo almost is their colors. Their brand is their colors.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the new logo.
I love the new logo as well.
But I remember when I first heard that the Google logo was changing, I was like, no way, that logo is iconic. I know it is like an old, like, is it
it's like Time
Georgia
or
or something like that?
Yeah, it's along them lines.
But it's like, it's iconic. It was iconic and it was on everything. Yeah. But the new font is amazing.
It's beautiful. It's so
I like
nice.
it a lot. I like it a lot.
Did you watch it whenever, like the first few days of them opening it up? Like they actually had like a nice wee graphic, like a video graphic running along with it. and it was beautiful. It was like everything was all like they were all turning it into the new one, and like it was fantastic.
That's the thing, though, and I think the Google rebranding is a perfect example of what David was saying. Is that I do actually do believe that the logo is dying. I think that for companies, the most important thing is the branding of what they do. And like whenever I look at the logo of Google, it's just that's not the most important part. The most important part of that Google logo is the branding that it represents, how the logo interacts with technology, and also the problem with the original Google logo was that it was just simply for Google.com, for the search engine.
Yeah.
But then Google become a lot more than that because the company grew.
Yeah.
And they become more than, but then the thing is that for me, whenever I design a logo for a company or for a client, I always envision them being more than just what they are. So like you can never just design a logo and think, they're going to be a Google, or they're going to be a search engine on the internet, and that's it. That's why whenever I design a logo for a client, lots of times I just use random shapes and random forms and random colors, because you never know what that product can be in the future.
Yeah. Well, here's another example. BT. They used to have it was kind of like the Sprinter with the horn, and then they changed it up. They made it near.
Bless you.
Excuse me. They changed it up. They had like this kind of nearly globe, but it was like platforms, and it was like kind of like wee spacious bits. I only found out since I started working there that they're basically representing the different departments or the different services that they're doing. So you have the phone, you have the broadband, you now have TV, and you have mobile, and they all have certain parts. And you see, if you look at the website, if you look even within the company itself, all the branding and all, it's all like the mobile is a certain color and it's a certain scheme, and it's all to do, as you said, as we were saying there, it's to do with the color scheme. The more the actual branding than the actual logo itself.
Yeah, that's the thing is that what you said, John, was kind of correct. That like the logo is like was important, I think, and it kind of like a wee bit still is important, but the more important thing for company now and for society is that how that logo connects to society.
Yeah.
And the message and the communication that receives, like for example, like what you said with the BT logo, it's all these strange forms, but they actually mean something.
Yeah.
But to the random people don't have a clue.
Yeah.
Like for example, the Aqua supposed to be an logo, these lines, and people just when they look at it, they just see lines. But behind that logo, there's a deep message and there's a deep concept. And that's the thing is with society is that they don't connect to the lines and the shapes and the forms. Society connect to what the logo represents. I say to one of my students, what does the logo of Coca-Cola mean to you? And my student said, happiness.
Yeah.
And I said, no. I said, what does the logo of Coca-Cola mean to you? I said, yeah, happiness. I said, how do you make that judgment from only seeing the typography and the colors? And I said, you're getting the two things completely mixed up between the actual logo design and the actual branding.
Yeah.
So I think that the society that we have, gets confused sometimes between what's the functionality of or what the logo should do, and then what the branding should do. Obviously, the Coca-Cola logo does not represent happiness. That's the part of the branding.
Yeah, and that's what their whole campaign is.
Yeah.
Their whole campaign is share a Coke with friends, and it's all about bringing happiness to the world and all this stuff.
And that's what society connect to, John. They connect to that branding. They don't connect to the topography or the colors.
Yeah. Exactly.
They connect to, it's like McDonald's. You don't connect to the M. You connect to the message that they're for the family, they're for children. Why when you're younger do you want to go to McDonald's? Why do all the children want to go to McDonald's?
Yeah.
Because the publicity and the branding is aimed towards that. And then whenever a child is going, Papi, 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 or I don't know
Papi.
That's Spanish. Father, or what? How do they say?
Daddy.
How do they say? Daddy, daddy, daddy. I want to go to McDonald's, and then the parent feels pressured because they want to do what their child wants. They have responsibility to, and then that's why McDonald's is genius. They're evil but genius. They're taking advantage of that situation, and that's why they're so popular. It's not something to do with the awesome taste of their food, because McDonald's food tastes okay, but not unbelievable.
Yeah. What do you actually think about McDonald's apparently going down? Like they're actually apparently in the next couple of years going to be gone.
Well, in Bolivia, John, they cancel McDonald's.
Oh, really?
In Bolivia, if you go to any city in Bolivia, there's no more McDonald's.
Wow.
Because the people
I'm for
of the country, the people did a petition, and they sent like 1 million messages to the client, and they signed all this information that we don't want, but the people of Bolivia don't want McDonald's.
Jeez.
And they did it. The Bolivian people rejected millions upon billions of dollars to get rid of Bolivia, or to get rid of McDonald's in Bolivia, and not to get rid of Bolivia, they didn't want it. and they got rid of it, and now they're embracing their culture and their food, that they make their traditional food.
I do think that's important. Like, I think it's good. Like there's nothing wrong with McDonald's necessarily, really. Like, but obviously, I'm vegetarian, like, so I'm not a huge fan of McDonald's. But
but you can get a solid at McDonald's.
You can get a veggie burger as well. It's probably dipped in like cow fat though. But
it's actually rapeseed oil.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, I used to work there for 4 years.
Also a bit of spit though, or something. You know?
That's only if you're bad.
I seen your video of to making food.
Yeah.
It was also in really good production, really good quality. The only thing I don't understand is when your soup, you put the mixer and you mix around all the ingredients to make it like I don't like that idea. I want the ingredients to be raw. I wanted to put a potato and just set it into the soup.
Yeah. No, I actually regretted doing that. I actually sort of wish I'd kept it sort of like raw, chunky, but
raw. It's got to be raw. That's
you live
the
and
soup.
learn. You live and learn. Oh, it was good though. It was good. No, I don't know. The vegan sort of videos are just sort of.
It's cool though.
They're just to let people know you can cook vegan food, you know.
Yeah.
And it looked awesome though.
It's tasty.
I don't like the idea of mixing the soup around.
The
I want to put like a potato in it, put like a carrot, and just set it in. Don't even cook the carrot.
Just cool. Well, I don't know. Was that a good conversation? Should we like? Just want to carry on? I'm in no rush.
I don't know, but
I don't mind.
want,
I've got nothing to do today, so I'm happy.
I've got nothing to do at all. Street guys, nothing to do. The only thing that how awesome is Fallout, John?
It's so good. Although that's what I'm going to be doing tonight is like just playing it through till tomorrow.
I'm gonna just play it all weekend.
Man, I haven't really had a good run in on it.
What level are you?
5.
5? I'm 20.
Yeah. I know that's what I mean. I've got like 2.5 hours gaming time on it.
Oh, that's nothing. I played it for 30.
Oh man, I'm jealous.
It's so awesome. Anytime I get time, I get 1 hour play, 2 hour play.
No, this whole week for me has been like a blur. Like at the start of the week, I developed a cold, and I actually had a rash like the whole way up my arms and my chest, and it was like just completely like I think it was an allergic reaction to something, but I don't know what it was. But the whole both of them together were just like killing me. Like so, whenever I was coming home from work, I was going to bed for like half an hour, but then I was sleeping in. I was waking up at like 10 o'clock, and then not being able to sleep all night. So it just like this whole week just completely like I was just wiped out from it. So this weekend I'm just playing Fallout just to catch up on it all. I was in I played for a wee bit last night, and there was a girl, you know, went into like a village bit, and these feral ghouls. Oh my god, they scared the life out of me. I wasn't expecting the kind of zombie things coming at me.
That's nothing. That's nothing,
Oh,
Sean.
don't tell me that.
That's
Like,
nothing.
that was at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, no, I can't hack this. I can't hack this. For ages, I just sit with my controller going, what the hell was that? What was that? Where the hell did that come from? What game am I playing? I downloaded the Walking Dead game on the PlayStation network, the PSN network, because you can get it for free. And
It's not amazing.
I know, but I didn't play. I hadn't played it yet, but I thought I put it in. I'm thinking I was playing Fallout, but I was playing this year, and I was just like, oh my god, I put the wrong one. I put zombies in, and I was just like, this is not what I wanted. Like 2:30 in the morning, like freaking out, because the girls below me and the flat below me are nurses, and like their schedules are like so messed up. Like they be coming in at 3 o'clock in the morning, and like,
Nurses work at night.
they close their doors, and they was like we can hear everyone's doors closing in this building. So like if I was playing like some kind of zombie game, the last thing I want is a sudden door slamming. The last thing I'd want is like a door slamming, and like I wouldn't be able to sleep all night. I would sit with my heart like just kind of, who's at the door? Who's at the door? Who's at the door?
Yeah, I know what you mean. The thing is that I give this Google Hangout a bad abuse whenever I first logged in, but that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Once we've got used to it, yeah.
But yeah, I was like, this is shit. What are you doing, John? This is like the worst idea ever. And now I actually think it's excellent.
Yeah, no, actually, well, once you start getting like a flow, I think it's all about the flow of conversation and like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the first time we logged in, like everyone was like blah blah blah, and I was like, okay, stop, just stop it, just stop it.
Yeah. And I think it was because we didn't have headphones, so everything we had said it was being reverberated through the speakers and back through.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was really like everyone was sitting going like, what's going on? Why are we hearing this or like repeating ourselves? And I think it just kind of like set everyone off really, really badly.
Yeah, it was a bad start. I was like, this is shit. This is the way. But it's excellent. It's excellent.
Yeah.
And there's a chat bar down here at the right hand side, so
I
people
don't have that.
If you click the blue button, the wee blue.
The wee blue.
I don't have a blue. I'm on the app, so I don't actually have the.
Maybe in the app one there's no.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, have we just lost you? He's just gone.
We've lost John.
Down to 2.
But he probably clicked the button. And he's like, fuck!
He's left, yeah. Oh no.
But it's awesome though. This feature is disabled. Why was the chat disabled now?
Yeah, because look, Chris, you think about it, like the chat could be like imagine anyone could
Hello?
chat with back.
Sorry.
You press the button, and you're like, no!
Yeah, like a notification like about Hangouts on air happened there, and I was like, oh, this might be the chat thing coming up, and no, it just completely cut me off. So no, I have no chat thing in this.
Alright, when you get it on your laptop or your PC, there's you scroll over to the left hand side, there's a wee button called Q&A. But I think that could be really important because you imagine in the future whenever we have like a lot of people talking and they want to interact with us and they want to ask us questions and stuff like that. That could be really important.
For example, you could be talking about something and then someone just says, right, like I have something to say about this or something along them lines, and rather than like just kind of interrupting, like you can lead into it, you can say your piece and then go, like so and so's looking to say this, and whoa.
I don't know. It just there was a thing saying Google Apps.
Apps. Cool.
Next time I will have
with the old logo.
The old logo, yeah. No, next time I have my webcam actually down in Royal Mail. I slept in this morning to actually for the postman, so I was hoping I'd actually be up. to actually get it. Like it's like a Microsoft Life Cam or something like that. So apparently, like there's a lot of detail going into it. So I'll see.
Yeah, no, need to actually work out how to, because there's bound to be a way to have good audio for everyone without having to wear headphones.
I think that the only audio problem was for me was for Tracy.
Yeah.
Everyone else.
At the start, Zach was giving off like feedback, I think.
Yeah.
Really? How was my connection? My video and audio was fine.
I think yours was fine. I think it was just Zach's one that was it was kind of like reverberating back for everyone.
Right.
Yeah, but Tracy, there's a couple of times Tracy was talking and I couldn't understand her. God bless her.
No, I don't know. I was just like this.
Yeah, it's like kind of like everyone.
And she was saying awesome points, and I wanted to listen to them, and I wanted to hear them, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
But
I was kind of like this here the whole time. I was like, right, just focus, watch your mouth, what's she saying, potato.
But I think that the only thing that we need to do is, I don't know if you can figure out how to do it, David, is to restrict the video, that not everyone can join in.
Yeah, there's bound to be a way to do it, like.
There has to be. Like, have to make it private. Make the channel, make the video in general public. Like anyone can log in and comment on the right hand side, but then not everyone can jump into the video. Do you know what I mean?
The way to counter that, would just be that say there's you can restrict the amount of people talking. So say there's 4 of us, you restrict 4 people, and then you just make sure that they're there 10 minutes before it starts. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, then do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'd say that, yeah. Like say for example, when you do the promotion and you say these 5 people are going to be on, then just restrict the video to those 5 people and make sure that no one else they're there and no one else can log in. But then make it public that people comment. Anyone can comment on the right hand side. Anyone can ask us questions. So we could talk for 1 hour, and then we talk about say 4 topics or 3 topics, but then leave the last part of the for maybe questions or something like that.
Yeah.
That people have asked.
Did we have many viewers on it, by the way, or was it just kind of?
It's coming up. I think it got to about 4 at one stage, but I don't know how.
I seen it at one stage it was 5. It was like 5 or 6. I can't see.
But again, we didn't. It was very much.
No promotion.
Yeah.
No, that's a big thing. A big thing, like say for example, if we do this every week, I think it could be pretty cool. Every Saturday, and do it at this time, or maybe. Yeah. And what we do is at least you get maybe on the Monday or Tuesday every week you get the people confirmed of who's going to talk, and then we start promoting that on the Monday or Tuesday, and it gives it like a lead up, and people tag it, people share it, and then more people will get involved.
Yeah, definitely. No, there's definitely like a spark there to happen, especially with design, because a lot of podcast people chatting doing stuff like this, but it's also around technology and stuff like that. Whereas it's not really done with design, so it could be a good thing for us to do, definitely.
Yeah.
For me, it's an awesome idea, and we could bring the best. I could talk to some of the awesome designers to come on and talk about topics and stuff like that.
Get your top judge on for the Biennale.
Yeah. I'll try my best to get the best people that we can, and I think that if we could make it as part, you can have it separate, or you can have it part of Designer Speak, or whatever you want. But I think it's an awesome idea.
Yeah, we'll work on it. We'll have to do something.
Because I think that's in Designer Speak, we have a video, and we shoot the video, and then we upload it, and then there's no interactivity. I think this is another way that people can interact directly with people while they're talking. Mm-hmm. And I always wanted to do live events and stuff like that. And but it's hard to do. So congratulations, David. It's not easy to do something like this.
Well done.
Yeah, no, to be honest, it was more just to see if it worked, and it sort of works, so we're going.
Yeah, it does. It definitely works, because there's no sort of about it. It definitely works.
The only issue was the audio of Tracy, and that was it. Like,
Yeah.
there was no other faults. I hear every one of your words perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, like I suppose like even I guess the stage if we have people that we know are going to come on, we can give them a quick Skype and say like, right, can we just test your audio quickly? You know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I think it was because maybe Tracy was using a phone or something. I don't think she was using a laptop.
It could have been like her mic was being blocked or something from where she was holding it, but
that's
never know.
exactly what it was. Yeah, I think it was.
So I think that because at the start their audio was fine, I think. But then later on,
I think she was kind of holding it like that, and then it may have blocked the mic, or she was holding it like that, and it's blocked the mic a bit.
You have a Sony Xperia?
I do, yeah, Z1. It's
Z3 is awesome.
Call yourself designers, flip sake.
Oh, what do you have? An Apple?
That's bullshit though.
That's the hipster.
I had an Apple or an iPhone 5 and I didn't like it at all.
To be honest, every time I see JK helmets, I would love it on Android. Like I do want an Android.
Sony, I'm telling you now, the Sony Xperia Z3 is awesome. It is awesome. Now, Sony, give me some money because I gave you a plug. So give me I'll come on next Saturday. I'll come on and have like a Sony T-shirt.
Just showing off the phone here, and also cheap plug on the invisible design or invisible building.
That for a logo design's not bad.
Although I think it's backwards on my screen, is it?
Oh, it works. That's good. Don't worry.
I love the graffiti spray in the background. Like it's a nice touch.
I just want to add a bit of purple.
Yeah. I think he's way to get his own logos.
For to play about 10 posters, probably.
I just like, this one, I got this one, I got this one. It's gonna be like a slideshow.
Yeah.
I guess you're kind of like, right, swipe that one, swipe that one, swipe that one.
Chris, where is he?
I'm only seeing your young influencers tag now.
I know. Hopefully, no one was in when I was like, "What do them in?"
No, well, did we not say that like before you actually put it in?
Yeah.
Where are they? They're where the ultra much. Yeah, sorry, I'm sitting on Facebook here.
That's alright. That was good. R40. Nice back.
That was impressive.
We thought you were going to come back with about 10 posters in your hand, Chris.
Do you want to see some? Do you want to see some stuff?
Show us a few things before we go.
You want to see stuff?
Yeah, show us something before we go.
Okay.
I have to get back into making posters again. I haven't done it in years.
Chris is doing a poster biennale you're going to apply for?
I know, but it's getting the time to actually go and do it.
I know it is.
Get myself to sit down and do it. Especially fancy collaboration.
Are we ever meant to do a collaboration?
Most of my posters are in my office, hanging up in my office.
Chris, JK was saying, John was saying that he needs a good excuse to make a poster.
So yeah, these are some trophies that I won in Italy, in China. There's one.
Only a silver. Only a silver.
That's only a silver, exactly. Only a silver. What's awesome, it's really, really heavy. It's like.
It looks heavy.
Yeah.
It's really, and then another one here.
Order some of that.
And then I have another one here. This one's a wee bit smaller.
Jury award, very good.
Jury award, and they were like. The Phil Nygaard is a really famous designer in Denmark, and he awarded me that.
Sweet. What were they for?
A competition in Italy.
But that wasn't the poster for tomorrow, was it?
No. This is another one. This is another competition. It's called the 2015 China Italy International Design Week.
Oh, okay.
So I hope you're sorting out the European Alley awards. You've got them as good and good as and heavy as them.
No, it's not going to be anything like that. The idea is that there's 4 categories,
right?
And each category there'll be 3 medals: bronze, silver, and gold. And then the idea is that the medals will have one side will be the logo of the Biennale.
What's the categories again?
Thanks for the plug of this. So the first category is the commercial posters, then the second is social posters, and then the third is student posters, and then the last one is to be Ecuadorian, which is only for people of Ecuador.
Cool. Yeah, because I was half thinking of trying to maybe do like a vegan one, but I wasn't quite sure where I would fit it in. Maybe in some sort of social campaign or something.
It'd probably fit into. It would probably fit into the 2 actually, but it depends. Like if it's a promotional poster that's promoting to be vegan, it could be category A. Then also has social connections, so it could be B. It's basically up to you what sort of way you want to go with it. But based on my instincts, it'll probably be category A.
Yeah, right, okay. Oh.
Is there any kind of like? Is it just kind of whatever post you come up with, or is there like specific categories on it? Like is it based on you poster for tomorrow, based it on like things that were happening in the world today? Like it was like obviously like the Paris bombs, things like that, or is it just kind of whatever?
No, each category is general. Apart from obviously category D is to be Ecuadorian, so you need to show what Ecuadorian means for you. But category A of commercial posters, category B of social posters, and category C of student posters. Each one of them, the topics are open to whatever you want to make. Basically, the only objective is to select the best posters in general. There's no like any topics as such.
Sounds good.
But so far we have like 1,000 posters.
Brilliant. Awesome.
In the system, and we hope for the deadline in June of next year. We hope to have close to 10,000. That's the
fantastic one.
That's the objective.
And he's going to do like a conference for it then, as I take it, or will they be on display, or will it just be up to the world to put them on display themselves, or how's that going to work?
Basically, let me load up the website here to get the dates right. Basically, what's going to happen is that the deadline is till the 1st of June. That's when the call for posters finishes, 1st of June 2016. And then after that, from the 10th of June, the jury start voting on the works online, and then that finishes on the 20th of July, and the jury closes. And then on the 31st of July is when we will have the list of all the posters that are selected on the website, ecuadorposterbiennale.com. And then
Have we lost him?
I think so. I wasn't sure if it was me that disconnected. I was like,
was it me disconnected?
Oh, there we go.
I disconnected.
Just no, we I don't know. It just paused.
What was the last thing I said before it paused?
Plug.
All right, plug. Oh yeah, that was the bug then. The bug was the plug.
I think you're plugging too much for it. I think it's
yeah, the idea then in September, the last week of September, what we're going to do is have the exhibition of the selected posters from all around the world. We're going to have the exhibition, and we're going to have workshops, and we're going to have conferences, and we're going to have special guests, and all these things, all these special things that we are keeping secret. But that'll be in the last week of September. But so basically the idea in the last week of September next year is going to be like this big, huge event. It's not only going to be the exhibition of posters, but also it's going to be like a big, huge event.
And then is this going to be in Ecuador itself, or is this going to be like a worldwide, like 3 or 4 different places having it? Or is it, are you trying to hold this secret before I ask any more questions?
The idea or the objective is that it's going to go on a tour. The selected posters and the event itself will go on a tour around the world.
Cool.
We have confirmations from certain countries and certain cities that, but I'm not saying anything yet because it's you're not.
But you have Jessica Walsh on board, though, yeah.
What was
Jessica Walsh was part of the international jury.
It's cool.
And yeah, it's awesome. It's like unbelievable. Like since I sent her the email, I was so surprised. Whenever I got a reply like the next day, and was like, "Yeah, I accept" and stuff like that. I think because I think that I talk a lot to Stefan, not a lot, but I talk a lot sometimes to Stefan Seidmeister. I think that he mentioned to her about who I am and stuff, and that's the reason why she accepted. But she's awesome. And the idea is that we're in September next year we bring her to Quito and to do a workshop and conference with her. That's the objective.
Wow, it'd be amazing.
Oh yeah,
I do intend to go out to Quito at some stage. I know we've been talking about it for years.
You have no idea, David. This guy has been saying every month, I am coming to Quito. I'm coming to Quito. I'm coming to Ecuador. And then he always goes to another country. And I said, when are you going to Toronto?
I first was Florida, then it was Toronto. But I've no summer plans yet, so I do plan on going. Like again, it's planning. I know we did talk about going to the Galapagos as well, so hopefully I might go out for like a month or something like that, and we'll go to the Galapagos and we'll go to Quito and we'll go around the place.
You know, I would not actually do it in the summer. I would actually wait till September for the Biennale and then do it. That'd be awesome. It'd be awesome if you came for the Biennale, and awesome, David, if you come too.
I don't know if I could do the flight. What's the flight? 14 hours? Longer?
Probably longer.
Well, connections, like generally it's from you go from obviously Belfast to London,
right?
And then that's what, like 1 hour, and then you go from London. You can go 2 directions. You can go to London to Spain. It's actually a better one, Madrid, and that's like maybe like 3.5, maximum 4, and then you go from Madrid straight to Quito. And Madrid straight to Quito is like maybe 8.5 hours or 9 hours maximum. So you're talking, but with connections and waiting for the flights and stuff like that, you're talking around about 18 hours, something like that.
Yeah. Well, 8 hours sounds better than 12. Like a straight flight. I can maybe try and do that. Madrid to Quito sounds good.
Yeah, Madrid. That's the best way to do it. The other way you can do it is to go from London straight to Miami, and then Miami to Quito. But I would never advise someone to do that. One, because it's a bit more complicated in flights and stuff, and also because the visa control, the immigration control in Miami airport is a disaster.
Alright.
So it's not too bad, like.
I think we might be getting kicked off at 5:02. So we got 5 minutes. Just awareness, just in case. I don't know if it's going to go just at the limit.
Do you want to just go back to the topic for 5 minutes?
Yeah, if you want. Well, what have we learned so far? Have we learned anything about Design Society so far? No.
So for like, it's always.
I think we've learned the recurrent topic about Northern Ireland anyway is the confidence thing.
Yeah.
And that we need to like pursue and teach people about design and actually be more confident in ourselves, and then tell more people about it, so in turn they learn about it, and then overall there's better design produced.
I definitely think that it's something where maybe we don't really have to teach the younger people, because, well, obviously we do, like, but to keep it going, but we also need to educate people that, like, the likes of your directors, your CEOs, like bigger companies, bigger, like, people who are already like living and working in the world. We need to educate them that design is just as important.
The non-designers.
Yeah, basically the non-designers, we need to educate them that it's more important, or it's just as important as another position in the company, because the design, as Zach said earlier on, the designer of the company can nearly link everything together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that going for the best settings for design that we have in the world have like huge confidence things, have huge confidence in their ability and what they can do. And I think to be a good designer, you need to have that confidence in what you do and in yourself, your confidence in who you are as a person. And I think that's really important for designers, is that they have that confidence. Because I think a lot of time designers are like introverts, and they don't like talking to people. They don't like doing the things that we're doing now. Like I remember I went to remember you posted the chat on the Facebook group of Dan, and people commented back saying, "Oh, I'm shy. I don't want to talk in the video. What clothes will I wear? All these things." And then my instinct was that that's not the best direction that we need as designers. Designers, to all of it, respect to the people who said that they're shy for the camera. I can kind of understand that, but
I think it was.
But I can understand it. But the thing is that you need to be a designer. You need to have this open personality, that because we are. I believe we are like teachers, and we need to inspire the people. I believe that Steve Jobs was not a person that was like a designer as such. He wasn't like an amazing technician like Steve Wozniak he was. But what he was, well, Steve Jobs was a person who inspired everyone who was around him.
A leader.
If you're in the same room as him, you feel like there's something special here. And I think that that's what designers should have. They should have this special aura that we are this special breed of people. And designers, for me, are very unique people. They have a very special skill set that can help change the world and to make the world a better place. So for me, whenever I go to some of these events and stuff like this maybe sounds like a big ego thing, but whenever I walk into events like here in Ecuador and some other countries, I hear people going, "There's Christopher Scott over there. There's Christopher Scott over there." And I'm like, but that's the thing that we need to understand, is that we need to have this like this aura that we are not. I'm not talking about an ego thing, but we need to have confidence in who we are as people. And that's not only important for designers, but that's important for every area of business and all aspects of your life. Is that confidence is something that's very important for society to grow and to be better. If we're always negative as a society, and we're always like, that negativity will pull us backwards instead of going forward. And what Zach's saying was a very interesting point, is that design studio in London had full of confidence, but maybe the work wasn't as good as it could be.
Yeah.
But in the actual fact, that confidence was vital towards that product and for the client also. So, as a society, confidence for me is vital to be better. And confidence stems from lots of things like believing. Like if you don't believe that you will be a designer, then you won't be. It's as simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't believe that you are a good designer, then how can you convince other people that you are a good designer?
Yeah.
And also, if you do not believe in the work that you're doing, then how can the clients or how can other people around the world believe that your work is good? And like, I'm sure that Stefan Seidmeister, whenever he does his conferences and all these things, the best designers in the world, they believe in what they're doing and the message that they have. Obviously, sometimes negativity goes into the brain, but that's obvious. Like as artists and designers, sometimes we get these negative thoughts. But in general, it's really important to have that positive frame of mind as a society, and so that we can evolve and to be better.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, I think there's Northern Irish people in general. I don't know if you've heard the term imposter syndrome.
No.
Essentially,
No, never heard that.
imposter syndrome is just where you feel as though you're a fraud almost. And apparently, it's a lot of designers have it. A lot of like tech people have it. It's just like, especially when we live in this age where like you can learn about stuff very, very quickly, and you can learn about all this information and put it in, and then like if you're then portraying a certain image of yourself online, you may feel like you're a fraud, or it doesn't, like, something doesn't feel right. And that can really like screw with your mental health a bit. That sort of way of thinking. So I think overcoming that sort of way of thinking is just by like boosting confidence and kind of, as a society, learn how to.
That's down to society and culture in general. I think that it's the same in Ecuador. Like, I remember the Ecuadorian national team have got 12 points in the World Cup group, and that's from 4 games, so that they have maximum points. And everyone was like, they're still being negative about that situation.
Yeah.
Like they're not believing that it's possible.
Yeah.
And they're like, every game, like the next game we play, Ecuador plays, they'll be like, oh, we're going to lose. And the thing is, it's very easy to go into a negative frame of mind.
Yeah.
It's very easy. It's actually the harder thing to do is actually to take positives from things and to believe in what you do. It's like whenever I walk onto the stage to make a conference, I have to put myself in this frame of mind that the people are here to see me. People are here to hear me talk. That maybe sounds crazy and it sounds mental, that like 600 people are here just to hear me talk about rubbish. Or maybe it's not me, maybe it's rubbish, but here just listen to me talk. But I remember my friend Conor Gray. I don't know if you guys remember him, but he came to Quito last week. He was not in the design of McGee, but he was the McGee student. Okay. And he came to Quito like last week, and he said, "Christopher, you've completely changed from what you were whenever you were a student at McGee until what you are now. You're just a completely different person. Not only in the way you speak, but the way that you present yourself, your clothes, your confidence, and that for me was a very important process to be a designer that I am now. If I didn't have that confidence,
I can see that as well.
But in a good thing, or a good way or bad way.
An absolute great thing, because even if you look at us, whenever we went to Milan for the poster for tomorrow, we were sitting there. We were like, "Oh, this is amazing!" We're walking around all of the people's posters. Whereas if you remember, those people at their poster the whole time are in the area of their poster, and as soon as they seen someone going to look at it, or they stopped and look at it, they were over talking, and they're presenting their poster. Whereas we were just as if we were there just to talk.
Yeah, I remember that clear as day. Like, and I remember I tried to be a bit more like confident, but it felt very strange for me. Like, I remember like I said, "John, we need to start to talk to some people," but I didn't really want to do it. I was like,
"You're like, anyone here? You're the one that knows everyone."
What you said is 100% correct. Like, me and you were 2 Irish guys walking in there, and me and you were like no confidence. We didn't want to talk to anyone. Yeah. We wanted to, but we didn't want to. Do you understand? In our brain, you're like, "Oh, we wish we had confidence and we could talk to all these people." Yeah.
But it's going back to what Shaw said, where it's like we nearly felt like we were imposters, like we didn't belong there because
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I genuinely felt I didn't belong there. I was kind of
me too. I was like, I didn't.
I felt you belong there obviously because your poster was there, but whenever I was there, I was like, what am I doing here? Like I don't know what I'm talking about.
You imagine now, John, like imagine me and you go back to that same exhibition this year. It would be completely different.
Oh, definitely.
Me and you would be like completely different people, and we'd be like walking up to Alan Koenig, like one of the best designers in the world, taking photographs with him. Why the hell did we not even do that? Like one of the guys, remember we were sitting in the wee room, and then Alan Koenig, one of the best designers in the world, was sitting there talking, and we didn't even get the photo with him.
I know, we got like photos with
Yoshi Lamel.
Yoshi Lamel, yeah.
And you know, And you know the reason why that was? It's because people walked up to us and then introduced us to him. We would never walk up to Yoshi Mamel.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, it was Tommaso walked up to us and said, "Oh, do you want to introduce to Willie Bertel and Yoshi Mamel?" And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, exactly.
And
It's crazy.
I think the mindset of Irish people is like that though. And that's a great point that you made up. Like, but now if me and you went there, it'd be completely different.
Yeah. I actually have a quote here from Johnny Galecki that plays Leonard in the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
I actually seen it the other night there. Just reminded me of what we were saying. That the whole aspect of design has changed to the point where it's a necessity to have a designer in a company, no matter what company it is. But he was saying, like, on their TV show, we have Nobel Prize winners asking if they can guest star in their show. The image of a scientist in the last 10 to 15 years has dramatically changed. It used to be this pasty guy in a basement with beakers and glasses like mine, but they were huge. And now it's the likes of the Steve Jobs, the Wozniakis. They're almost like the rock stars of our age. So really, we should be presenting ourselves as the rock stars of like the job world. We're the ones that can link a whole company together. Not just by the branding, but like actually the way we talk, the way we work with everyone, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great point, John, and 100% correct. Is that we have a huge responsibility as designers and artists to inspire the people to make the world better. It's as simple as that. And like you said is right. Is like the area of like, designers are becoming more important, but it's the time for us now to really push forward. And that's the reason why I really appreciate what you're doing now here, David. And I will say again and again and again, it's like great what you're doing, and you should be continue to do it, continue to do things like this, and work on this. And I want to see what we're going to call this project and what we're going to brand it, what logo we're going to make for it, the graphics and the style, and make it really, really like, something that's really professional. And I hope that in the future we have like 1,000 episodes.
We will.
Yeah.
We will. Well, I can't think of a better way to end it than that.
Exactly.
Good. That was good words. We will definitely do that, Chris. We will definitely make something out of it, and let's just watch it grow, watch it happen. You know.
Yeah, I think that what to make it go forward from here, I think that we need like a logo, we need branding for it, and we need all the like a graphic style that. And I'm going to start sending messages now to some people who might be interested, who can be part of the episodes.
Super.
But it's really important that we have the branding and all those things and the logo. Like, we need to call it something. And if you want to have it that we make a connection between this project and Designer Speak, then we'll definitely do that.
Cool.
That sounds good.
Well, what we'll do is I think we'll have a logo for this and we'll have a name for it, and we need to think of a good name. And
Well, I think, is it under the invisible buildings?
Well, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be.
No, but the thing is that that's the logo of it. It could be like designer, I don't know, design podcast or
I think
it's something that's. Sorry.
No, we want to keep going.
No, it's just like it could be like we could name it like design podcast or whatever. I don't know. I just think of something random. But then you say a project by Invisible Building. That's a more professional way to do it. And then it'll say in collaboration with Designer Speak.
Yeah, definitely. That's it. I
think that's the best. And I think this needs its own brand itself.
Yeah, no, I think maybe we could like even like if we designed it openly, like if we talked about it in an open like way and like put our sort of how we designed the logo and how we did the website or whatever and how we designed everything, and then put that out to an audience as well. That sort of it'll like build. It'll make the audience sort of want to like be more involved with it and it'll feel more personal and it could be like a good thing to do. But yeah, no, definitely I think like a rebrand, like a sort of Project by Invisible Building Association with Designers Speak and whoever else
Exactly.
that's their name. Fucking, you know.
I think that's the best way to brand it and to make it like it's its own product. But obviously it's an association. It's a product of Invisibility in association with Designers Speak.
Yeah. Word.
And obviously you're the founder of the product of the project, and I would like to be a position of something in it.
Definitely, man. No, I definitely want that as well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then obviously John and maybe Zach as well, or whoever everyone else. Like I think it needs to be like a company as such. It's like, okay, it needs to say David Shaw in the way of the Biennale. It says president, and then it says vice president John Kelly. Christopher Scott, whatever. It needs to be like that sort of like something that
kind of concept of a layout and like that way to kind of basically create it as the professional outcome of it.
And that's the thing. That's what designers are going to respond to. It's something that is not just three random guys from Northern Ireland just talking bullshit.
Yeah.
It has to be something that is something that's really professional. And everything in the social media, in the advertising, in the promotion, in the website, all these different things.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
No, definitely. No, let's do it.
Let's do it. So start thinking of some names. I think it would be the best way, and then after that, then maybe David, you can maybe start thinking of logos or something like that. Or I don't know, whatever you want to do it. What do you think? Well, should we do it next Saturday again?
Well, I'm working 9 to 5. If we can do it like even after 5 o'clock, if that would suit everyone.
Yeah, no, that's fine with me.
Obviously, see what the rest of the guys are doing. If it's obviously earlier, like as you were saying, David, just go by majority rules. So whatever time suits everyone most.
Just go by Christopher Scott and his time.
Well, what time is it in 6? At 6, so is it 1 o'clock?
It depends on the time zone, but roughly it's 5 hours behind. Roughly.
So
it should be 1 then. Okay, if we done 6 next Saturday at 6.
6 Saturday at 6, yeah. But that's the thing, like, if we need to turn around the logo and everything now and start promoting that, maybe on the Monday we have this logo, we have the name for the product, and start promoting it and have like a photograph of David Shaw, a photograph of John, a photograph of me, put in black and white, put these squares and put the names, time zones and all those things, and then we'll get like a special guest, like maybe we'll get Podrick in it for the first one or something like that, and then we'll maybe get to the 5th episode, and then we'll start like inviting like people from Mexico and all these other countries around the world.
Sort of something like that. Have like a guest speaker in it.
Yeah.
It keeps a structure to it, but then it has like this allure of who you're going to get next, and it means you're not sitting going, right, we need to get someone here for next week, and we do this. It gives you like 5 weeks prep time to get that guest.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's a really good point, John, is that it needs to be like a plan. It can't be like, oh yeah, tomorrow we have Jessica Walsh. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish we could get Jessica
Walsh.
No,
if that happens, that's okay. If you can get her tomorrow,
do it now. Yeah. But I think it's all about, the key to this is all about promoting it and getting people to understand that in 2 weeks' time we have this person. Next week we have this person, and getting it promoted that we're doing it. Promotion is everything. Promotion is key. It's like the reason why like we have like, but this is good though because it's only like a experiment for the first time. But like I want people in the future like that's commenting, asking us questions, and we have like 1,000 people viewing the channel and all these things, all these crazy viewing the videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's really something that's like a community.
Yeah. No, that's definitely doable.
So I think, start working on the logo and the branding, and then we'll start to we'll move forward. I think is the best way.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So
what about make a Facebook group?
Yeah, or
Facebook page and all those things.
Yeah, at least done. But like, so we need to think of a name first. So
Yeah.
Yeah. What about just called the David Shaw Show?
David Shaw Show.
The Shaw Show.
TDSS.
Oh,
So just call it Shaw Show.
I think that would scare me too much, Chris.
The Shawshank Redemption.
You don't want to see my ego when that sort of side of me comes out.
I have before. That when we were doing that video, there's a big ego floating about there.
Sure there was.
Kickstarter campaign. It was great though. It was great.
Was it? Oh, it's good. It's good. It's happy medium.
Yeah.
I think just comment on the post and just think of some names. Just make it really simple. That would be my only advice. Keep the logo really simple too, and don't be want something crazy. But you guys know that anyways.
So dot with the word dot in there.
I still like the idea.
Project design or something like that, or like something simple.
Yeah.
We need something to kind of get the ball rolling, and then once we can.
It makes it really simple.
Yeah. But like, what is it that we're actually going to be talking about? Like, it's just design everything and anything, or like, are we going? Because like we kind of need some sort of idea for that to even get an idea of what kind of name we want.
Yeah, that's true. I think just general conversations with design and it can be we can go into arts, we can go into culture.
But even then, if we kept it Invisible Building in association with Designer Speak.
Yeah. By the way, where did you come up with Invisible Building?
It's a long story.
Maybe over a few pints we'll talk about it.
Well, I'll tell you offline someday.
Okay.
No, it came to me. I was walking to work and it came to me. That's what happened. But the processes of that all coming together, it's very different.
Right.
But it has a
I don't know.
Well, we'll worry about the name later.
Okay. Yeah. I think our minds are a bit frazzled from everything else.
Yes.
I would just in relation to John's point is probably really, really good is that I would just keep it like really something really, really simple, and I would tend to have the word design in it.
Yeah.
Or something that is related to design, just so people know, because I think that if we just say invisible building or some other word like that, maybe people will be like, what is this? And why do I need to be part of it? It's like if we have it like as simple as possible, then people can relate to it more. But design building is a good name in itself, but I think that, I don't know.
We'll work it out, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm gonna log off here. Call it a day.
Okay.
All the best, guys. Peace out.
That was fantastic. Thank you both for coming.
Thank you, John.
And thank you everyone else out there. That was great.
Yeah, thank you, man. It was great. Thank you, guys.
Let's make it the first of many.
Well, that's why it was the design hangout 0.01. So we can have a few other snippets before we get to the actual proper one. You never know.
Yeah, no, we need to make the number one.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Dead on, guys. Good chat.
All the best. Same to you.
Bye.